Well, good afternoon, everybody. Lots of sunny, warm weather still with us, but there's going to be a change on the horizon. We have the closest rain to our area is actually the remnants of what used to be Rafael a while ago. That's rolling through Mississippi and Florida as well. But for us, you see that little thin line of clouds right there? Let's do it one more time. You see right there, right there, right there, right there. That is actually the wind shift line associated with the front. In other words, all of a sudden, sometime later tonight, maybe already in some of your areas, you'll start feeling a north wind coming in, and that sort of begins a bit of a cool down because we're going to be picking up north winds, and as a result, that little front will knock the temperature down just a little bit for the next couple of days. That's about 80, but the night times will be much more pleasant and cool and dry. That's when it gets very comfortable out there. Now, this is the big storm that's occurring right now through the Midwest, bringing rain all the way down into the southeast. But there's the big one. That is a very large Pacific storm that's got a lot of cold air behind it right there. That one's going to roll into the Rockies and be the first big weather maker for them. Lots of snow expected out of this system, and then it crosses into the plains and digs down far enough to actually have an effect on us. I'll have more on that in a moment. Because of the north wind coming in overnight, we're only going to be 80 degrees tomorrow. Not bad at all. Look at that, 77 in Houston and in the low 70s throughout most of the state. There you see the winds coming out of the northwest. That's why we're looking for that cool, dry air to come in. The cool air is good. It's that dry air that's going to be very arid. So that's why we're very cautious with anything that looks like a flame outdoors as we continue with that burn ban. But as we get through Saturday, you can see how the winds sort of turn around, bring us back a little bit moisture. But what is that? Well, that's that new system, tropical system, that's likely to become Sara, S-A-R-A, the tropical storm. We'll track that in a moment. Here's what Sara is going to do. Right now, it's a tropical cyclone 19 potential wave, and you can see it's up to about 25 miles an hour, but it is now forecast to strengthen, and I believe that maybe in the next day or so, it'll become a named storm, and it'll be rolling through Nicaragua and portions of Central America. Then it crosses into the Gulf of Mexico, and guess who's going to get it? Florida again. Very similar to what happened with Rafael. It'll come into the Gulf, and then it'll just get sliced in half by the winds associated with that tropical storm. When you see this map, you obviously the red and orange colors, that's warm weather. That's where we are now. When you see the blue, that's cool weather or cold weather or winter, if you want to call it. And notice that by the time we get to Saturday, we get a deep low cut off here in the southwest. Always look for that one because that one will pull warm, moist air out of the Pacific out ahead of it. And when that gets into our area, we have a good shot at getting some rain and colder weather. Here we are Tuesday of next week, and you can see a big old pocket of cold air, central part of the country, and we're finally going to be needing a sweater, believe it or not. Yes, we will. All right, sunny skies again tomorrow, but only 78. A little bit of a help there. Only 79 in Cuero with abundant sunshine, dry weather. We're looking actually at a warm weekend, getting back to the mid-80s, but our front finally begins on Tuesday with that frontal passage and then the cooler weather with a little bit of rain associated with it. That's your 7-day forecast, reminding everybody we do have this QR code. We'd love for you to scan that, put Crossroads Today on your phone, and we'll toss it back to Shauna.